Good morning. This is Alexis Parker, sitting in with Giovanni Gallucci and Chloe Dawn, and this is the Daily Trend Report.
Morning, Alexis.
Morning, both. You already caught the golden hour before this, didn't you?
Ruby and I walked it. Coffee's still warm. Good a start as any.
Then let's get into it. Today, what LinkedIn just did to AI writing, the big beverage brands rating the little guy's playbook, and the comment section becoming the whole campaign.
So the one that stopped me this morning, and Eddie flagged it, Travis had it too, is LinkedIn. They added a button on every post that says, more or less, "This seems like AI slop." You tap it, the post leaves your feed, and the platform gets the signal. And they killed their own Write My Post tool the same week, swapped it for a plain proofreader.
2 years ago, LinkedIn handed everybody a button that took 3 sad bullet points and puffed them into thought leadership. A lot of people pressed it. Pangram now says more than 40% of the long posts on there read as fully machine written. LinkedIn became the most AI-soaked platform on the internet, and it did that partly on purpose.
So the platform that built the slot machine just built the off switch.
And they're not quiet about it. Their product chief says they're blocking billions of automation attempts, catching hundreds of thousands of fake comments a day. That's a company admitting the machine content it encouraged became a tax on the feed instead of a feature.
Here's the part I want you to sit on, Gio. Flagged doesn't mean deleted.
No, it means buried. That's worse than deleted, because a deleted post you'd at least notice. A buried one just quietly stops reaching, and you keep feeding the mill, wondering why the numbers died.
And it lands the same week the trade press started naming the fake storytime skits. The whole synthetic thing is souring at once.
It's one mood. The audience learned to smell the machine, and now the platforms are catching up to the audience.
So why is this good news for a small shop instead of bad?
Because it's a window, and windows close. Right now, the giants are still running the content mill, auto-posting into a feed that's suppressing them, and they don't know it yet. The classifier is on your side for the moment, as long as a real person made the thing. You post fewer, sharper, obviously human posts, and you take the reach they're leaving on the table.
Specific beats polished. A machine fakes polished all day.
A machine can't fake that you were in the room, and you get that texture by being an actual person where people talk. Show up in the threads and the replies, not as a brand dropping a link, as somebody in the conversation. That's the raw material that makes everything else you post sound like you.
And doesn't the raw, unpolished post just read as sloppy now?
The bar is human, not unedited. Don't confuse a typo with a fingerprint. Say a real thing, in your own words, with a detail only you have. Rough is fine. Empty is the problem.
What does that look like Monday morning for somebody who's been running the mill?
Read your last 10 posts out loud. Kill anything a stranger with a prompt could have written in 30 seconds. If it survives, it's got a fingerprint on it. If it doesn't, that's not a post, that's wallpaper. And the feed's about to treat it like wallpaper.
That was always the edge. We just got lazy and let the button do it.
LinkedIn dressed the old truth up in a new penalty. I'll take it. All right, 3 things you can actually do today. 1. Put a real, checkable detail in the first line of every post this week. A number you pulled, a client you can name, a thing that happened on Tuesday. Cheapest slop insurance there is.
2. Cut your volume and raise your floor. A few posts a bot couldn't have written beat a daily drip of filler the classifier now hides.
3. Post into this window while it's open. The reach the big auto posters are giving up is sitting there for whoever shows up human first.
Mine's the beverage aisle. Travis and Eddie both ran it. 6 big beverage brands are bolting functional stuff onto old lines all at once. Gut health, hydration, energy, protein, whatever's moving that week. The giants have decided function is the escape hatch out of the commodity trap.
Which is the tell that the little brands were right the whole time. The independents built the functional category on real doses and clean panels, back when the big guys laughed at it. Now the incumbents are retrofitting the buzzword onto a formula they never changed.
So the small brand's entire advantage gets copied overnight.
The word gets copied. The work doesn't. A giant can print gut health on a can by Friday. What it can't do by Friday is show you the batch, the bench test, the third-party slip that says how much is actually in there. Half these launches are a dusting of the active ingredient and a lot of front-of-pack confidence.
And functions already sliding toward meaningless. When everybody claims it, the word stops doing any work.
That's the risk for everyone, honest brands included. Undifferentiated function is a race to the bottom. So you don't win by saying functional louder. You win by showing the thing the retrofit can't fake.
The process, not the claim.
The process is the claim. Put the real dose on camera. Show the mess, show the test, show the number. Make the retrofit look like the costume it is, because that's what it is. And look at who's actually nervous here. It isn't the independent that built the thing. It's the legacy brand that sold sugar water for a decade and now needs a wellness halo before the quarter closes. That panic reads on camera. You can't fake calm you didn't earn.
It's the old rule. Document how you got there, not just the pretty end of it.
The making is the marketing, and that's the one line item a big marketing department can't expense its way around. They can buy the shelf, the influencer, the end cap. They can't buy 20 years of actually doing the work.
And you can hand people the receipt without lecturing them.
Right, nobody wants a chemistry lesson. They want to watch you do the thing and trust what they saw. 10 seconds of the actual pour tells a truer story than a paragraph of claims ever will.
So the camera-shy founder isn't at a disadvantage here.
Opposite. The work carries it. You don't have to be charming, you have to be real. And real is the thing they're short on. 3 moves before we move on. 1. Film the part the giant won't show you. The batch, the failed run, the test bench. The making is the content.
2. Put your actual dose on screen next to what the label only has to say. Let people see the gap without you narrating it.
3. Keep a rough, unpolished process clip going. The camera-shy operator wins this one because the work does the talking, not the performance.
Here's what actually ran this week, and there's a clean thread through it. The comment section stopped being the place brands manage and turned into the place they build the whole campaign. Eddie had the sharpest example. Snickers opened applications for a paid 9-day job. They're calling it Chief Online Chill Officer.
I saw this. It's a real posting.
Real posting closes August 4th. The gig is to hunt down the internet's most heated threads, the sports fights, the storytime rants, and diffuse them with a funny reply and a free product coupon, then vlog the whole run.
So the reply guy is the campaign now.
The reply is the product. And notice what already worked. The thing got picked up everywhere. PR Wire, design blogs, local TV, inside 48 hours, before a single reply went out. The comment section was the media buy. They productized showing up in strangers' threads and banked the earned reach up front.
Chips Ahoy ran the quieter version. First ever mystery flavor. Guess what it is? 25 grand to a winner. Travis and Eddie both had it.
A guessing game turns a scroller into a commenter, and comments are the one signal that still moves ranking. More than a like, more than a save. Cheap interaction, high volume, and the guesses themselves become the content.
And the earned media piece is the part people miss.
It's the whole engine. The Snickers hire will make a little content and a lot of press. The job posting alone did more reach than the replies ever will. That's a brand understanding the announcement is the ad.
Even Chomps is leaning this way. They went comedic at the busy woman crowd instead of shouting grams of protein. Personality over the spec sheet.
Because a human voice is the differentiator in a category where everyone reads like a nutrition label. But there's a line in all of this, and one brand walked right up to it.
The Instacart one.
Instacart dropped a scripted microdrama mining its own comment tropes, smart instinct, risky format, because the fake storytime skit is the exact thing souring in public right now. Link in bio literally named the tactic this week. People engage, then feel played when the twist turns out to be a sponsorship.
So the honest version wins and the staged version rots.
Every time, once the audience learns to smell the fake. Mind your comments, absolutely. Fake a story and you're borrowing trust you pay back with interest.
The difference is whether the thing actually happened.
That's the whole ballgame. A real founder telling a real story beats a scripted fake the second the audience is primed to catch it. And this week, they're primed. Here's what to actually do with all of that. 1. Pick a real argument in your own comments and answer it on camera for a week straight. The replies are the content, and the feed rewards a brand that shows up in its own thread.
2. Build one guessing mechanic. A withheld detail, a small prize, a deadline. You're manufacturing comments and shares, not impressions.
3. If you script a comment section bit, make it true and own that it's a brand doing it. The bait and switch skit is dying loud, and the trust it costs doesn't come back.
That's the show. If you want a daily briefing like this one built for your own company, in your voice, on your category, that's the work I do at gallucci.net, a daily trend report podcast your audience actually shows up for, produced end to end. Bring me the niche, and I'll build the engine. Find me at gallucci.net or DM at gallucci.net on Instagram or LinkedIn. Talk tomorrow.